This was the choice of talkSPORT listener Paul, and it's newsreader and football expert Liz Saul with a Beck's Bulletin.
David Beckham will be officially presented an LA Galaxy player tomorrow night. He and Posh leave Britain for America this afternoon. Bex is following the footsteps of some of sport's biggest names, such as Johan Cruyff, Franz Beckenbauer and George Best.
Three great players. I've never heard of any of them. I've heard players that sound a bit like them.
I think they all played for Hungary in the 1950s.
I think they probably did. Part of the mighty Magyars, that's what
yes.
it was. Yeah.
This clip is Matthew Mead's favourite, and it's Quinny illustrating why he probably never played in France.
And off the back of Saga's man bag, we hear that producer Skagsy wore a pair of Ugg boots. What are they? Ugg boots?
I'll tell you about those in a minute.
Okay, on Boxing Day. He took them back the next day after getting so much abuse from his mates. We want to know, what's your biggest fashion fox pas?
It's beautiful accent he's got, hasn't he? I hope David Beckham picks up on that. I do hate when you make a fox pas. It's embarrassing, isn't it?
It certainly is. This was Scott, talkSPORT listener Scott emailed this one in asking to hear the late great Mike Dickin introducing a corner.
Derek's on the Wirral. Where you going, Derek?
Hello.
Hi, Derek.
Hi, Derek. Hi.
No, I'm Derek. No, you're Derek. I'm Mike.
Derek as well.
You got me confused now.
You're Derek.
Yeah. No.
It's just Derek. Just to let you know.
No, I'm not Derek. You're Derek.
I'm Derek.
I'm Mike.
You're Mike. Sorry.
Right. Yeah.
talkSPORT's equivalent of Who's On First, that is the Derek sketch.
Yeah, absolutely. They're still debating that now, you know.
I think now, who was Derek?
Over a pint years later.
Yeah.
Ian Dollamore from Leeds asked for this one. It's Arthur Albiston chatting to a caller about Scotland's goalkeeping options.
I'm phoning, about Craig Brown's selection for the Scotland squad.
Yep.
He must know that Hearts have got a good team. We get Colin Cameron in the squad, Stephen Presley.
Yep.
I just don't know why for at least 3 seasons he's been ignoring Antinemi.
Antinemi?
Aye, I don't know why he doesn't get a game.
For Scotland?
Aye.
He's from Finland.
He's what?
He's Finnish, isn't he?
He's not finished. He's only 28.
No, not finished. He's from Finland.
What do you mean?
That's where his nationality is Finnish. He's from Finland.
He's not Scottish?
No.
Oh, I thought he was Scottish.
I think it was the traditional Scottish name of Antiniemi that probably made the
Antiniemi
has got,
I believe that is from Kilmarnock, that particular clan, the Naemic clan.
That's a corker, isn't it? And this one requested by Helen James, and it's Beaky at Alton Towers, broadcasting live from a roller coaster.
Here we go, round and round again, up and down. Oh, that was brilliant.
It's nice just to hear someone having a good time.
Yeah, Beaky, he loves his work. Why shouldn't he?
He absolutely does. Right, and thanks to Stuart in Stoke, who asked to hear this unique talkSPORT listener's take on the Greek debt crisis in an email to Mike Graham.
Eric in Coventry says, Mr. Graham, let the Greeks suffer. A few years ago, I bought some expensive sunglasses from a shop in Crete. They broke as soon as I left the shop. I complained, but all I got was thrown out of the shop by 3 assistants. However, on my last night, I superglued the locks of the shop door and had a poo in the doorway. Quality.
Hands across the water there between Anglo-Greek relations there from Eric in Cov.
I think that's advocated on Watchdog, the consumer rights programme, isn't it? That kind of direct action.
Don't try that at home, he was wrong. Simon Meek got in touch and asked to hear this emotional Newcastle fan calling Danson Quinny.
William's in Tyneside. Hi, William, you're on talkSPORT.
Hello.
Hello, William. Happy New Year to you.
Hiya.
What's your point, mate?
There's 2 points I'd like to make about Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
He played for Newcastle United, quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise how good he was.
Oh, you're missing him. You're missing him clearly, based on what you got now.
God, he scored so many goals.
I tell you what, New Year can be an emotional time of year, though.
I always imagined that drink had been taken. I don't know about you. I think maybe he'd got it not quite enough.
Or
really.
maybe it was the next day where you get that deep sense of self-hatred, and thoughts inevitably turn, more often than not, to Mickey Quinn's goal-scoring record.
He's getting very maudlin, wasn't he, really?
Not to get emotional.
Anyway.
This one was requested by Dave in Mansfield, which might give you a clue as to what it is. It's Beaky again, with a goal update.
OK, Mansfield 1, Northampton 0 in that other player. Sorry, Mansfield 0, Northampton 1. Mansfield 0, Northampton 1. Day getting the goal after 40 minutes play. Northampton 0, Mansfield 1. I beg your pardon. Let me get it right. Northampton 0, Mansfield 1 in that other playoff semi-final which is going on today. That's the Division 3 playoff semi-final. So it's Mansfield 0, Northampton. Sorry, it's Northampton 0, Mansfield 1. Let me get it absolutely right in that other playoff semi-final which is going on today.
It was disallowed after all that. No, it wasn't.
It's hardly 4-5-5, 5-4, is it?
It was just he just was struggling with that one.
Oh,
and finally, Eddie tweeted us. He wanted to hear. There's a whole number of these it could have been, but Eddie particularly likes this one. It's Alan Brazil's quick question to the former Villa keeper Nigel Spink.
Nigel, in a strange way, I've looked at the remaining games for the Villa, and yes, they are in trouble, there's no doubt. And how they're going to get out of it is simply togetherness, because they haven't got the players to come back in. There's major problems. He's got kids, but the remaining games, West Brom, Villa at home to Spurs, Tottenham, by the way, are struggling, so Norwich against Villa, and of course Norwich, Paul Lambert gets a mention, which I think is a bit unfair on Norwich in the season they've had. But I think Alex has got to. And knowing him as I do, I think if he can, he's got to stay for the last 3 games. I can't see what good it'll do bringing someone in now if they can get someone this late stage, someone that's going to make a difference. And I think, listen, at the end of the season, Alex might look at it and say, okay, we kept him up with the skin of our teeth, or we didn't, I'll go. That may well happen. But the story for me is West Brom in great form. Go to Anfield. Roy Hodgson beats his old club. West Brom, big favourites here. You can't see the Villa getting anything but maybe a point, but it just might lift them. I don't know. It's a local derby. Form goes out the window. The atmosphere will be red hot. The Albion fans will be wanting 4 or 5, and it might just lift Villa, and it might get them something that could keep them up.
Yeah, maybe.
I love Nigel's laugh at the end, this realisation that somewhere in there's a question that started about 3 or 4 days ago. It's a marathon, isn't it?
It was an odyssey.
It was Alan's odyssey. Well, you can download the clips of the week on iTunes, of course, every week. There's a whole raft of them there. Go along there to iTunes, to put in H&J or talkSPORT. You'll find all of our excellent podcasts there, and you can download the clips of the week.